Hey, it's John. Thanks for checking out this video. Today we're looking at an all-time classic, True Love Will Find You in the End. It's been covered by a ton of artists, so grab a guitar, let's play. Before we get started, do me a quick favor, like and subscribe down below, leave me a comment, maybe there's another song or artist you'd like to see me cover, and then check out the Patreon for as little as $5 a month. You're going to get a PDF of this lesson and hundreds more, maybe trillions by the time this is found on the space satellites. All right, Daniel Johnston, True Love Will Find You in the End was originally recorded, tuned down a half step, E flat to E flat, so it sounds like it's in the key of F sharp, but so many artists have covered it like Wilco and Beck, etc. We're just going to leave it in the same key that they do it, and it's going to be G. If you'd like to tune the guitar down a half step, you can use these same chord shapes. All right, Daniel Johnston's picking pattern, or strumming pattern, however, I actually really love, and I'd like to sort of talk about that a little bit. It's just doing a down-up, almost picking it at times, and he's doing bass, higher strings, bass, higher strings. A lot of other people that cover it are just... So whatever you want to do it. All right, we're going to start off with the intro. We're going to have a G chord. It's going to go for 4 measures. So 1, 2, start with G. 2, 3. That's the intro. It's just 4 measures, and it's just the G chord. There's 2 verses. The first verse is going to start with G, as will the second, and the first and second verses are each going to have 4 measures of that G chord. So it's going to start off with G. It's going to go to 2 measures of C, back to 2 measures of G, 2 measures of E minor, 2 measures of A minor, 4 measures of C, and then 2 measures of G before diving back into the second verse. I'll count you off. We're going to start with 4 measures of G, and I will announce the chord before we get to the next one, right there in the last measure before it changes. So 1, 2, start with G. 2, 3, 4, C. 1, 2, A minor, 1, 2, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, G. That is the entire first verse, and the entire first verse. I'm mixing up the strumming patterns a little bit because why not? Let's do it again. G to C are the first 2 chords. 1, 2, start with G. 2, 3, 4, C. 1, 2, back to G. 1, 2, E minor. 1, 2, A minor. 1, 2, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, G. 1, 2. That's the end of the first verse. The second verse, like I said before, is going to start with G. So altogether, if you're coming out of the first verse, going into the second verse, you're going to play G 6 times, 2 at the end of the first verse, and then 4 at the beginning of the second verse. We're going to start with the second verse. Similar pattern, G, and then C. And then this time when we go to G, we're going to do 6 measures. Back to C, back to G, back to E minor, back to A minor, back to C, back to G, and then it's going to end with a G. Second verse, 1, 2, starts with G. 2, C, 1, 2, back to G, 2, E minor, 1, 2, A minor, 1, 2, C, 1, 2, 3, 4 to G, 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna end just like that with a big G strum. Let's do it again. 1, 2, starts with G. 2, 3, 4 to C. 1, 2 to G for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now C. 1, 2, back to G. 2, E minor. 1, 2, A minor. 1, 2, C. 1, 2, 3, 4 to G. 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna end just like that with a big G strum. And that is the whole tune. Some bands will do it longer, repeat certain sections, but that's the Daniel Johnson version. Well, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please like and subscribe down below. Leave me a comment. Maybe there's another song or artist you'd like to see me cover. And then finally, check out the Patreon. For as little as $5 a month, you're gonna get a PDF of this lesson, a song sheet, and you're gonna get that for a ton of other lessons, including a ton with Guitar Pro files. Thanks, I'll see you in the next video.